Hey YouTube, Chris with CB Model Works. Welcome back to the garage as I finish up this Eclipse from the Fast and Furious. We're starting here trying to do a little bit of heat staining on the exhaust. I'm trying something new. I've done it one time before, but I used an airbrush, so I wanted to see if I could dry brush the paint on and get the same effect or close enough. So in my last video I talked about messing up my camera angle and missing about 2 hours worth of painting footage. Well, a lot of that footage was painting parts for this car. So instead of doing a part 2, just kind of hitting the highlights here and going to roll it all into just one part and finish it up. So I'm using Model Master Transparent Blue over Mr. Hobby Super Chrome Silver 2. And now this is, to me, a clear orange. So it came out pretty good. I think the airbrush looks a little bit better, but it gives me another option and way I can do it. So now I'm going to wire up this engine using the smallest drill bit I have, which is way too big. I need to order some new drill bits that are sized better for the wires. I'm drilling out the valve cover. This is spark plug wire from Detail Master. Tried to find reference pictures of the engine in the car, but the one in the movie had a completely different engine setup. And that engine had yellow wires, so I'm just kind of sticking to the main color themes and kind of taking liberties with how I do it. So just using a little bit of CA glue to hold them in place. Now, after using what felt like about 6 miles of masking tape, it took about 2.5 hours to mask all this. And then did 3 coats of Tamiya semi-gloss black just like this. Overall about maybe 2 minutes worth of painting. So just spraying it on nice and light so it don't get any bleed through. And the same thing on the windows because they have the black surround. It didn't come with any mask, so I had to make my own. It's only my second time doing this. I messed up one of the small windows on the side. It's a little oddly shaped, we'll say, but it looks good enough. So now 2.5 hours to mask, about 5 minutes to unmask. And I still somehow managed to get just a couple spots where I got some overspray under the tape somehow. Luckily, it's acrylic paint on top of lacquer, so it wiped right off, no problem. And there we go. You can see kind of black spot right in the middle of the hood, roof, and then one on the A-pillar there. There were a couple other little spots. They came right off. So now seatbelts. The kit came with decal seatbelts, which I'm not crazy about. So I decided to try and make some. This is the Gopher Racing Photo Etch seatbelt set. This is actually my first time ever using Photo Etch. I've done seatbelts before, but I always just made them by hand. And I will say the Photo Etch is so much easier and looks way better. So getting it through the seat there. Just use tiny dabs of CA glue to hold them in place. And then what I do is I just cut out the Sparko decals so I could put them on the belts there. I did end up losing one of these decals. I have no idea where it went. It fell off, so I ended up taking the other one off and gluing it down with just a little bit of Mod Podge, just to make sure it didn't go anywhere. So for the bottom part, this is, I believe, 1/16 ribbon from Hobby Lobby. And I don't have any racing photo etch, so I decided to just try and cut the buckle out and glue it on top of the belts. Which seemed like a simple enough idea. I'm not sure if I like it or not. From 5 feet away, it looks fine, but when you get up close, you can definitely tell that it's a cutout decal sitting on top of the ribbon. So let me know down in the comments what you think of how this looks. There you go, there's a little close-up. I'm not sure if I like it. All right, so here she is all finished up. Really happy with how this one came out. Two things I'm not happy with this car is, if you can see in there, move this light a little bit. You kind of see the seat belts. From far away, it's not bad, but from where I'm sitting, not crazy about those bottom ones. So I'm gonna take it apart another time and get some actual photo etch racing belts in there. And then the headlights are not the best either. You can see on the box they have these giant locator pins, 2 of them in each headlight. Taillight had the same thing. That was really ugly. I tried to fill them in. So I clipped them off the headlight lenses and then cleaned them up as much as I could and dipped them in some Future. So all that's left is, it's hard to see. There's a few little scratches in there that were too deep to get out. So I'm gonna get this to focus. There we go, got our dashboard. Paint came out real good. There's pretty much nothing behind the tail light, so I put a big strip of bare metal foil back there to reflect it. And then these 2 little lights here were actually missing from the kit, so got some silver paint in there. Later on I'm gonna fill that in with some Mod Podge or some X22 to make a lens. So very happy with this one. It was a fun build, good kit, and I'll get a couple pictures for you. And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Feel free to comment, and we'll see you in the next video.